Whoa. Hey, there you are. In 3D, no less. Hey, I just wanted to pop on, do a quick review of Deadpool Wolverine. I went to go see the 3D premiere yesterday, and I wanted to do the video last night. Unfortunately, my allergies were not cooperating. So I had to postpone it until today, but still, it's opening day, and I got to see it yesterday. And it was a good time, as you can tell by some of the still frames that I'm showing you now. And I had a great time. It's a good movie. No spoilers. But I do want to talk a little bit. Excuse me, I need to get a drink. Snickalicious. But it's a good movie. It's so if you're going and you're thinking Logan, you're gonna be disappointed. If you're going and you're thinking Deadpool 1 and 2, you're gonna be disappointed. It doesn't have the sentimentality of the first two Deadpool movies of the Logan movie. Um, it's setting itself apart and it's setting up the next future events. Really, this is Deadpool and Wolverine, the MacGuffin years, where basically they're cutting off storylines, adding in new storylines. It's a transitional movie, in my opinion, and so you have to go in with those expectations. This is not. This is resetting the canon. Really, that's what it is. Um, and I think it needed to be done. And it's funny. The movie's hilarious. But I think that's a little bit of the problem, if I could be honest with you, that they kind of lean a little too much into the humor. And that's me saying that, Captain Sarcasm. I'm Deadpool without the looks or the powers. And he really doubled down on the chimichangas. The point is that they lean too far into the humor. And one of the things that I liked about the first two Deadpool movies, I loved about Logan, was the fact that they were emotionally gripping stories. I think that we interpret superheroes as being far more on a far more shallow level than is possible. And Deadpool was relatable. Logan was relatable. And so we're put in this situation in this movie where they're teamed up, and one is the goofball, and one is the straight guy. I think you can tell which is which. Um, but there wasn't a lot of. It was a lot. You know how they talk about stories are like, oh, well, they did a lot of world building. This was world destruction, is what this is. This is tearing down a lot of the things from the past, especially that had to do with Fox. So this is a reset of canon. This is now there are some compelling. Some of the cameos are fantastic, applause worthy, and a couple of surprises. Um, there are I think three really great fight scenes in the movie. Um, One is unforgettable, and the other two are really good. Um, so we get to catch up with some people. We find out um, where this place is that they're showing that has Ant-Man's, giant corpse that you see in the previews and the trailers. We find out a lot about what's going on and why. Um, so it's exposition and jokes, And listen, and there's fan service. Don't get me wrong, there's fan service, and I'm a fan, and I do expect to get serviced when I put out at least $18. So they do the fan service. It's fun. Don't look too deep into this one. Don't look for deep meaning or philosophical takeaways. This is it's fun. It's a fun movie. And if you want to have fun, then it's a great movie to watch because nothing gets really too deep like the other movies. I watched Logan. I've seen it like 100 times, but I remember walking out of the first, the first time I walked out of seeing Logan, and I was just like, I felt drained. I mean, it was a great experience, but I felt emotionally just shot by the end of it because it was so heart wrenching. Um, and that's what made it great, though. There are movies like that, and so we have movies like, I Am Legend. It's like I only needed to see that once. It was a great movie, but I only needed to see it once because it's so emotional. Well, they kind of went the other way with this. They kind of went really sacrilegious in a lot of ways on it. I wish they'd have eased up a little bit on the quippy humor, and the only reason I say that is this. Because, and I'm a person who does this in real life, in real time, just the way he does. However, there were a lot of jokes that were said by other characters that simply didn't ring true to the character for me. It sounded like Deadpool was telling a joke, but it was their voice. So, it's not enough just to be quippy or to be witty, but it also has to be in character. And so there were a couple of things that I was like, it's kind of wonky. Like, that person wouldn't say that or say it that way. That's not their style. But it was witty. So they were like, oh, we got to have somebody say this. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what was happening. But with that being said, and again, I'm a fanboy. Fanboy's got a fanboy. Okay? You get to see some cool shit in the movie. You're like, yes, every comic book fan in the world will applaud some of the things they did. So don't go into it with super high expectations. Just go to have a good time, go to have fun, and I got to tell you, for a movie that has an arguably long runtime, they keep it moving like this. You're never bored for a second. There's not one really wasted second in the movie. They really keep the pace going, and it wraps up pretty cleanly. There are a couple unanswered questions that are left in the movie, and I'll talk about that maybe on another video. We can get into that because, while yes, alien abductions happen, and they happen to me, and they happen to a lot of other people, and UFOs are visiting this planet, and yes, we have a lot of things that we need to address. I'm a person, like I'm a human being. I like things, and sometimes a distraction is good, that we don't always have to be laser focused on everything bad, that we can, take a day and just go watch Deadpool Wolverine and eat popcorn and, clap my Cheeto stained forearms together with glee as I'm just not thinking about one of the most terrible experiences of my life today. That's a good thing. And if I could do that for you, then so be it. And I encourage distraction. I think it's healthy as long as we're still maintaining our responsibilities. So that's my review. I try to keep it short and sweet for you. I hope I didn't give anything away. I don't think I did. But I wanted to set your expectations so that way, you might come out of it understanding what it really was, and really what it is it's a canon killing. Deadpool kills the canon, the old canon, and they reset it basically. But the way they do it is very entertaining. So I have to say, well done on their part. And so I'll go ahead and stop the video here, and hopefully you get out soon and go see Deadpool and Wolverine. And if you can see it in 3D, they actually throw in some cool gags for you. So it's really worth doing. So this is RL Pool. This is The Haunted Sky. And yeah, we took a day off. I'll see you.